Hello, how are you again? Hope you're all keeping well. Just thought I'd pop on to say I've had a bit of contact from people through text messages and stuff like that. And I'm really grateful for people reaching out. And I know it takes courage, especially if you don't know me. It takes a lot of courage to reach out. Those who know me know I will, I'll take anything. I'll accept anyone for who they are. The thing I want to talk about is that someone said something very interesting to me recently, that there was this general fear. They want to be able to comment publicly on my thing, but there's this fear holding them back, and it's general. It's also around this idea of if they put themselves out there, they're afraid that something they do at their work will come back on them. And I really hear that. I really understand that, and I can absolutely empathise with that fear. But I'm going to offer you that you can contact me anonymously. You can contact me through WhatsApp. You can contact me in an email. The problem with the email is I can't ensure any kind of security there, because if you contact with email, it goes into a different thing. It goes into Google, and it doesn't just come to me. It goes to Google, and whatever way they hold their information is different. So be fairly reluctant to encourage you to send a personal, sensitive email to me. But it's okay to send me a voice note, because I can hear the voice note, listen to it, and then delete it. And that's in WhatsApp, it's the end-to-end encryption, so there's a little bit of security in there for you. So as well as that, there's the other thing. If you don't want to be identified, first of all, I'm definitely not going to identify you without your consent. But you don't have to come along and tell me your name. You can have a little voice note, tell me your situation, tell me what's happening for you, have it out. You're going to send that to me, and I'm going to hear it. So you're essentially sending it to someone that will actually hear what you're saying. I will have a listen to it. If you require a voice note reply, I'll send you a voice note reply. Hopefully this will be the thing of supporting you. And you can also send me a text message through WhatsApp if you want. And the interesting thing with WhatsApp, what I've noticed with WhatsApp is, unless I know who you are, you'll just be a number. So I'm not going to ring that number, obviously, because there are concerns around someone who contacts a therapist for whatever reason. So if you contact me, for example, and I'm not saying this is everyone, but this is a potential, someone who contacts me, and you don't want anyone in your family knowing you contacted a therapist, and suddenly I reply back to you, or I ring you, and you see a phone and you hang up, and someone in your family, significant other or someone, asking you, well, who's that on the phone? Why won't you answer them? And it could escalate into something I certainly don't want to be involved in. So I will not return the call unless you consent to me a time that suits you. But the other thing that can really help is if you send, and when I'm saying help, it's help you, if you send a voice note. So because you can hear yourself saying it as you're talking into your phone, you're able to talk about all the things that's going on for you in your life, your work, whatever's going on for you, and just fire it off to me. Now, there's a good chance there I'd be saying to you, well, possibly maybe you could consider going into therapy. If you don't want to go into therapy with me, that's 100%. Don't ever feel under pressure to go into therapy with anyone specifically. Maybe you don't want to go into therapy. Maybe you just want to say something to somebody that you've never been able to talk about. So in that sense, although I'm not being paid, I'm not charging for this, I'll hear you. I'll take your voice notes, and I'll listen to your story or whatever you need to tell me. And if you need a little bit of a chat back, I can give you a little bit of talk back. And this isn't the thing about ring me for advice. Like, again, this isn't the thing of the lucky 8 ball. We don't give advice. It's just I will hear you, and I will hear that if you're looking for advice, that maybe I can direct you or signpost you to something, if that makes sense. So it's just something I don't think is out there. There's a lot of signposting towards therapy, and therapy can be very, very beneficial, but there's also people that therapy doesn't work for. So this isn't about saying everyone needs therapy. It'd be lovely if everyone had therapy, but therapy doesn't work for everybody, unfortunately. But maybe a voice note and a chat, something you've never been able to say to anyone. And in the sense of it's a once-off voice note, I'll listen to your voice note and I can delete your number. So you're gone. You're not on my phone anymore. And that's your complete anonymity, guaranteed. Otherwise, if you want to contact me a voice note and we can have an old chat and talk it out, talk whatever's out, that's fine. Voice notes aren't... I love voice notes because the kind of thing that I can see a voice note coming and I say, well, I don't really have the time to do it now. I'll do me driving, or I'll do whatever else. I'll cook the dinner, I'll do whatever, and then I'll sit down maybe and just, voice note, and I'll have a listen to it. So voice notes are great. They're not pushing me to answer you any great urgency. If you want an urgent reply, my thing would be to say, send me an email just requesting this online. We can do an online chat. Have your say, because the 30-minute thing that I'm offering is genuinely free. Have your say, have your thing. We can work out what you need, and then you go away, and hopefully you go away happy. But like I'm saying, this is all about the reaching out thing, isn't it? It's not about reaching out to book a session. This is just reaching out. Just talk to me, have a chat. There's a lot of brilliant organisations out there, as I've mentioned, like Samaritans, Pieta House. There's a lot of, if you check them out, there's a lot of these free services. I've worked in Samaritans. I actually love them. I think they're the best. I think they're fantastic. I really do love them. I think they're fantastic, and they taught me a lot. And something to be said with having someone just at the end of a phone that when you just need to have an L talk. And if you need to have an L talk, I might not be available to take your call, but I'll definitely listen to your voice note. I'll definitely read your text, and I'll definitely, if you want me to ring you back to let me know it's okay, or if you want me to text you back, it's okay. So I don't know if that helps, but that's the offer. Voice note me, send me a text. Be very wary of what you put into an email if you do send me an email, but if you do send me an email to book a 30-minute talk, we can use the 30 minutes not as a therapy, but just to talk about where we can go together. If you need to go somewhere else, and maybe I can help you there. But it's just a part of you finally saying out loud to give yourself permission to be heard. How does that sound? I hope that helps. Thank you very much.